the incoming president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the member of
Atiku Abubakar, unifier,
It's time for us to bridge gaps. It is time for us to speak as one.
Our candidate is the unifier. He will unify Nigeria.
unifier.
It is doable, it is achievable, we can do it, we have the capacity to do it, we have done it before. So it is time for us to return PDP back to power. I thank you very much. God bless you all. PDP! PDP!
As one, we can get it done.
Hello guys, welcome to yet another exciting episode of Social Trends here on AtikuLive, and I remain your favorite host, Sarah.
Hello guys, good morning. I am Tony Bakanista. Nice to have you once again.
Nice to have you guys. I hope you had a lovely weekend.
Surely.
I'm not asking you, I'm asking my audience.
Of course, surely.
All right guys, let's dive right into what we have for today. There was a notorious kidnapper. A notorious kidnapper, although he's still alleged, but you know, there are a lot of people already coming out to, you know, bash this man. He's popularly known as Lion, although his name is John Iyon, and he is originally from Bayelsa State. He was caught here in Abuja. And, you know, one thing that stands out about this man, he lives a very flamboyant life. He is seen all over social media posting, you know, pictures of himself with money, you know, telling youths, don't worry, work hard, you'll get to this point where I am today. Do you see what is just so weird about this particular person? What do you have to say about this?
You see, again, Leon is a chronic AP supporter. In fact, he's the chieftain of the party. He's one of their youth leaders in Bayelsa State. He's passionate about the party, passionate about APC, Buhari, Tinubu, and everything. And Leon is not different from MC Oluomo of Lagos, Tony Kabaka of Edo State, even Osh Poppy that is in tension now outside the country. APC is a party of criminality. They promote crime, they promote fraudulent activities. Members, most of them, they are into fraud and dubious. And if you look at a city minister was saying that they used 500 million naira to feed school children for 2 months during a COVID-19 lockdown. So again,
They were feeding ghosts.
So it's a pattern of the party. The pattern of the other time again, the government of an APC state, is it a Jigawa state or thereabout, say they used a many billion naira to take care of lactating mothers.
Oh yes.
You know, 1.8 billion naira or thereabout. About 185 billion naira or thereabout. So it's a pattern.
That was 100 and it wasn't 1 point. That was
185 billion
yes.
naira thereabout. See, it's a part of the party. There is no way APC can attract honest people. No honest man can stay in APC. Lai Mohammed is a typical example. He's synonymous with lies and is well known for his lies. He doesn't deny it. His name reflects his true character. And that is what APC stands for. APC have a presidential candidate, for instance, that doesn't know about his background, doesn't know about his childhood, his primary, secondary education, his friends and everything. Everything about him is shady. So he's still APC. There is no way you can see an honest member of the APC. There is no way. I remember the former chairman of APC, Adams Oshomole, what he said about a former pastor or a retired pastor who later became the governor candidate of APC in Edo State in 2020. I'm talking of Izenyamo. He said all manner of evil and vowed against it. And this man, to date, has not refuted any. He has not sued Oshomole to court for defamation. They are working together as partners in the APC business that is determined to impoverish and enslave Nigerians. So it's a part of the APC. This Leon, the way God will have it, is a cousin to David Leon. David Leon was the governorship candidate for APC in 2019 election in Bayelsa State. And the way God works, that the mandate given to Diri was reclaimed by Diri before Leon assumed office. So it is a part of APC. There is no way you will see APC members, 2 or 3 of them, without pointing at least 2 or 3 criminals. So it is a pattern of APC. The other time again, we saw bandits repenting, announcing their repentance, immediately joining the party. They gave the membership card. They came up to pledge allegiance to to the party, and also they pledge to fight against terrorism, which they are the active players. It's in APC. It's in APC where you have a now disgraced police chief indicted for money laundering and other inhuman offenses. Why he was suspended, even when Nigerians said, look, why not dismiss him and send him to the US for him to face his crime? He's an ally of Osh Poppy, who is in jail at present as we speak. Now, why this one was on suspension, as said by the APC government, this same man was later caught transacting in drug trafficking and other businesses, other illicit business. The same APC where we have an infamous so-called human rights activist. I'm talking about the person of Zainab Duke. She was arrested. Imagine, she's a non-state actor. The same APC gave her police orderlies. She boasted that she was a friend and ally to the IGP and nothing will happen to her. And why the IGP denied it, was later revealed that she is even a lawyer to the police. She has her office in Force Quarter. So it is the same APC. So it is a part of APC. I am not surprised, but I am happy that Mr. Leon has been arrested. We hope that the government of Bayelsa State prosecutes him in line with the laws of Bayelsa State, and I trust the competence of the Commissioner of Justice and the Attorney General of Bayelsa State, and the government of Bayelsa State, led by His Excellency Senator Oduye Duri, a working governor of the state. I trust their competence, I trust their political will to ensure that Leon is brought to justice, he faces the law, he has his day in court, he is prosecuted, and by the grace of God, convicted and serve the necessary jail term.
True. What really stood out for me when I saw that news was, seeing this man in church, with his hands up, crying to God, praying, speaking in tongues. And I'm like, whoa, you have to be kidding me. So guys, it's not everybody you see that is crying and speaking in tongues that is highly, moved by the Spirit. It could be moved by the Spirit, but not the same Spirit moving you, please. So calm down. Of course,
all those were, he was moved by the spirits of kidnapping. And so it's APC. Have you forgotten that the APC lying machine in person of Femi Adesina is a pastor in his church? The wife of the APC presidential candidate is a pastor. So people use religious titles to deceive many. Even the Bible says that, look, in the end time, many false prophets shall arise, deceiving many, using my name. They will shout, Abba, Father, Holy Father. But within them, they are not aligned to the dictate of the Father. They are working for another spirit, which is not of the Father. Yes. And it's not only in Christianity. You see them also, for instance, Issa Pantami, saying that he's a Muslim, if a true Muslim should live by the tenet of the 5 pillars of Islam. But Issa Pantami, we saw the indictment that came about him. Up to now, nothing has been heard by the government. So it is not a new thing for people to use religious titles and religious activities and religious rituals to deceive people. Many. So it's normal thing, and with APC, they've taken it to the next level. Let's
be guided, guys. Okay, so over the weekend, Akwa Ibom State turned 35. They celebrated their 35th anniversary. And joining the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, we had some dignitaries there in attendance. We had the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, and former first lady, Dame Patience Jonathan. I miss her so much. Honestly, I miss her so much. And then we had some other dignitaries also in attendance.
You see, Mama Peace, she has been a preacher of peace. I remember during the Chibok girls kidnap, why people were politicizing the unfortunate incident. She took the bull by the horn, met with some stakeholders, even though the government of Borno State, that was at that time led by His Excellency Senator Shetima, even though they refused to cooperate with her, but she played her part to see how to address the incident and to see how the girls can be brought back and everything. She was mocked. She was mocked by maybe her use of words and everything. But the fundamental issue, the fundamental objective in her move was totally ignored. The APC-sponsored media did like a sensationalism of the whole thing, and she was portrayed as a villain rather than a heroine. There was no problem. She left office with her husband on May 29, 2015. Since that time, Nigeria has never had peace. Until yesterday, when she showed up again at the Akwa Ibom State to celebrate with the good people of Akwa Ibom State. You see, Akwa Ibom State is a God's own state. Since 1999, they've been under the government of PDP. And PDP, through His Excellency Architect Obongata, who was the first governor of the state between 1999 and 2027, he performed well. His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, he did well as governor of Akwa Ibom State. And when he was holding that PDP mandate, he was excellent. He was christened the transformation governor. When Governor Udo Emmanuel took over the mantle in 2015, he never lagged. He built on the successes of his predecessors, and he has done well. And I believe that His Excellency, the incoming governor of the state, Pastor Umoeno, will do absolutely well, better than ever Udo Emmanuel. Why people are celebrating Akwa Ibom State? There are so many things to celebrate. Apart from this 35 years of the state creation, the people of Akwa Ibom State were celebrating 35 years of goodness of God in the state. Yesterday, or today rather, we are expecting the former president of the country, His Excellency General Olusegun Obasanjo, retired, to commission a 25-kilometer bridge in Akwa Ibom State. And we are talking about other projects that are commissioned just to mark the 35th year anniversary of the state. A lot of the projects from in Ona local government, in Ikotekpene, in Uyo, every part of the state, project, commissioning. So when you consider this, you see the reason why people are celebrating the state. October 1st, Nigeria will be celebrating our independence. What is there to celebrate? But in Akwa Ibom State, they have a lot to celebrate.
Of course.
The National Working Committee of PDP, led by the acting chairman, Ile Adamagon, led the working committee members of the PDP to felicitate with the people of Akwa Ibom State. They are all complete. Our governors are there. Sharaki, His Excellency Bukola Sharaki, the former Senate President, who Nigeria missed up to today, he was there. His Excellency Governor Ato Okowa, the incoming Vice President of the country, and the working governor of Delta State, he was there to share the joy of his colleagues and the people of Akwa Ibom State. So there are a lot of things to celebrate for Akwa Ibom State. Akwa Ibom at 35, have they made progress? Yes. Have they made enough progress? Absolutely. But are they where they are supposed to be? No. Reason because you have a federal government who came on board in 2015 sabotaging the interests of the people. If not for the working governor of Udo Emmanuel and the government of the people and people of Akwa Ibom with their resilience, trust me, Akwa Ibom would have been derailed. I will not forget in 2019, the APC administration did all they could to derail Akwa Ibom people from the path of goodness. And let me tell you, as at 2019, when Udom was just about 4 years in office, the government constructed over 2,700 kilometers of road in 4 years. Now, just imagine what they have gotten now, 3 years after. They are about 7 years plus in the administration. But enough has been done. A lot has been achieved. That even opposition in the states are trying to seek solace elsewhere. There is no job for opposition in Akwa Ibom State. Akwa Ibom State today is a PDP state. PDP is a religion, not because they were born with PDP engraved in their DNA, but because when PDP came on board in 1999, PDP showed them leadership, performance, democratic development, and everything. Akwa Ibom State is peaceful. Akwa Ibom State is progressive. And if you go to Uyo, you will not believe your eyes. I was in Uyo about 3 months back. I saw things myself. I've been in Uyo. I've been going to Uyo. I'm from River State. I do go to Uyo and everything. Though I will not tell you what I go to do in Uyo and everything. You see, but the state has been making progress between 1999 and 2022. But the only people I pity their neighbors, their immediate neighbors, which is Cross River State. Cross River State was making progress until Governor Ayade took the mandate of the people to surrender to the cabals at APC Secretariat and in Bodilon Road. To date, they've not had peace, and they are waiting for February, for March rather, for them to elect Senator Sandy Ono to take charge of the state, so as to redirect the fortunes of the state back to where they are supposed to be, and to take them where they ought to be.
Oh well, guys, that was a long one. Thanks for putting us through all these history lessons. And, you know, I hope right now you guys have seen the importance of PDP in this country. If not for PDP, I don't know where most of these states would be, honestly speaking. Just look at it. Well, let's go on a very short break. And when we're back, we'll give you the biggest story for today. It's very juicy. Stay with us, guys. We'll be right back.
Growing up as a little boy, we were told every day that we were the leaders of tomorrow. Good roads, stable power supply, good education, job opportunities, political inclusion, better healthcare, reduction of the cost of living were some of the things we were promised in tomorrow. We were so excited about the hope we had been fed with about tomorrow. But days went by, years went by, and tomorrow never came. Turned out there was never really a plan for tomorrow. It was all a lie to keep us in their mental slavery. Because with each day that goes by, I see my country being stripped of her glory. But we know better now. We are more aware now. It is time to take our country back from these hijackers who keep recycling themselves. If this tomorrow must come, we will have to create it ourselves. But this time with someone we can trust. Someone who understands our pain. And so I call on every Nigerian youth. Come 2023, come out and vote. Because our vote is our power. When you vote, vote for a man we can trust. Vote for a breath of fresh air. Vote Babachir for president.
Welcome back to the show, guys. You know, I told you to stick around. This one is juicy. So, the former secretary of the Federation, who is known as Lawal Babachir, has said that Tinubu is procuring fake Christian groups. Guys, how crazy is this? Well, in his own words, he said, this approach has also portrayed the duo as arrogant and pitiable, while also exposing them to the public as people with unimaginable deficiencies of noble character. How anyone expects APC to win the 2023 presidential election under this climate befuddles the mind. I do not know why this saying keeps coming to mind. Those whom the gods want to destroy, they first make mad. But it bears restating. It is a pity that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has chosen to throw away the presidency which was within his grab. Wow. This one hit me when I saw it. And you know, this person that is speaking here is an APC chieftain. Like, this is somebody in the APC political party. Do you understand what's going on?
You see, Babachir and Tinubu, they've had a relationship dating for decades. He knows Tinubu more than we do. They've been allies. When Buhari became president in 2015, Tinubu nominated him to be the SGF. When Tinubu wanted to run for president, when he was not in the plan, it was Babachir that raised money to purchase nomination form for Asiwaju Tinubu. He knows Tinubu in and out. Him coming out to say Tinubu is trying to do this and do that, he knows what he's talking about. And many Nigerians have seen it. And these are things that we know right from the onset. The character of Tinubu is not one that can be told without swallowing saliva and then making some You see, Tinubu as a person has shown himself as one that cannot be trusted. First, during the unveiling of Shetima, if you may recall, they hired fake bishops. And people came in, roadside mechanics, carpenters, they picked them up, give them 3,000, 5,000, adorned them with bishopric attire. They posed as bishop and was smiling to the camera to deceive Nigerians that the Christian community is aligned to their Muslim peer in 2023. But of course, that wasn't the case. They were exposed for that rather than being able to seek repentance and forgiveness in his place of worship, in the mosque, or if he's afraid of going to the mosque, he can meet his wife, who is a pastor, so-called, Remi Tinubu, and ask her to take her to a church for them to pray for him so that he will be forgiven of his sins. He has taken that to another level by doing what? By hiring a group of persons that pose as Northern Bishop Forum or Pentecostal Fellowship of
Yeah,
Nigeria.
we'll get to that.
You understand? So
Yes.
he did that to insult the sensibilities of Northern Christians. Northern Christians, they've been at the forefront of the campaign against Tinubu Shetima Pierre. Not for anything, but because they believe that in Nigeria, which has a sizable number of Christian population, sizable number of Muslim population, should have a ticket that reflect and represent these realities. But Tinubu, being a Muslim from the south, opted to pick a Muslim from the north in person of Shetima, who is alleged to be a fundamentalist, who is alleged not to represent the true tenets of what Islam represents. Tinubu went for him to spite not just the Christians, but to spite the entire Nigerians, to tell them that, look, we are ready to set this country ablaze for our own ambition. And Nigeria and Nigerians have reached a point where we are saying that enough is enough for divide and rule. Enough is enough for somebody to divide people, friends, colleagues, relations on the basis of religion. So not only Christians that are angry, even the Muslims are angry. The Muslim peers, they slap on them and say dent on what they believe in. Islam is about fairness, justice, and equity. Islam is a religion of peace. It's not a religion of war or warmongering. So what Tinubu is doing does not reflect what Islam represents. And I would like the likes of Babachir, the likes of Dogara, for them to come out to say, look, this is unacceptable. So what Babachir is saying is true, is correct. He's saying what Nigerians have been saying. He's saying what Adamawa people have been saying. Adamawa Christians from Southern Adamawa. He's saying what Bauchi Christians from Southern Bauchi.
Yes.
Gombe Christians from Southern Gombe. And all of that. So I'm happy that he's coming out to speak. At least it will be recorded in the annals of history that when Nigerians were standing up for a patriotic cause, Lawal Babachir, an APC member, was counted among the numbers, despite the fact that his party doesn't represent what Nigeria should be and what Nigerians aspire for.
Well, yes. So moving on, still on this matter, the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, that's the PFN, have disowned the alleged priests that met with Tinubu. So they have said that there is no such affiliation that the PFN has with the Pentecostal Bishop of Northern Nigeria. Like they don't know, they are not aware of any such group, and they are not, even if they are not registered under the PFN, and they have no affiliation whatsoever with them. In an an official statement by the spokesperson, he said, the spokesperson of the PFN, he said the position of the PFN on same-faith tickets still stands as it is, as it was in the beginning, and we have not for any reason shifted our position on that matter. The PFN is not a part of the meeting with the presidential candidate that was highly politicized. We are, however, aware of the ripples in the public domain about this matter.
There is no such group as Pentecostal Bishop of Northern Nigeria. PFN itself is an affiliate of CAN.
Yes.
So, an affiliate of CAN cannot have another affiliate. There are no group as Northern bishops, no group as Southern bishops. We have one PFN.
Yes.
I'm a Pentecostal. I'm a Christian and Pentecostal. And all my life, I've never heard of Pentecostal bishops of Northern Nigeria. I've not heard it before. You see again, what Tinubu has been doing, I think Tinubu should be called to order. A lot of Nigerians, we have been saying this, and I call on the international community to step in at this point, to call Tinubu to order. He should not set Nigerians against themselves. He should not set Christians against themselves. Christians have taken a position in this country that, look, we are not for same-faith tickets. It doesn't matter whether it's Christian or Muslim. Nigeria is a multi-religious society, and our leadership must reflect that. Even the Constitution frowns against state religion. So Muslim, Christian is unacceptable, not just to Christians, but to the Muslims. They've come out to say, look, this is an aberration. This doesn't represent what we stand for. This is not our interest. Khan has said it. We are not supporting Tinubu Shettima ticket. Plain and simple. PFN has said Tinubu Shettima ticket is out of the consideration. They are not even thinking about it. But Tinubu, because he wants to force himself into government at all costs.
But is this the first time we're seeing, the people of APC coming about with fake, like bishops and priests and all of that? This is like the second time I'm hearing of this. This is very embarrassing at this point.
I remember again in 2015 when Buhari was seeking for power, he went to Redeemed Church to fellowship with them, just to fool Christians that he is for them. When he assumed government on May 29, 2015, he said, I belong to nobody and for everybody. We thought that he meant his word. But as president, his administration has been sectional, not to the people of the northern Nigeria or to the Muslims, but to himself and his friends. So Tinubu is just trying to build on the infamous legacy of Muhammadu Buhari. He has taken his own to the next level. But what he said next, he wants to divide the Christian community. This has been his plan up to this moment. He's not interested in Christians' votes. He's not interested in the Muslims. He's interested in becoming president of Nigeria at all costs. So he has doing his part. He's doing his part to ensure that the Christian community is divided. But again, unfortunately for him, Christians in Nigeria are not divided. They are united under the leadership of His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, who we believe has the best interest for the country. We see 2023 as a year of Nigeria redefining, and I am happy that the Vice President of the country, Yemi Osibajo, a former protege of Asiwaju Tinubu, has said there will be a new Nigeria in 2023. Because you know that the Nigeria that he currently sits as the number 2 man is an old Nigeria that should be faced away because it has not been working for the country and the people. It was not built to work and it's not been working. And you know the funny thing? Because of the strong stance of progressive-minded personalities in APC, like Lawal Babachir, Dogara, and even the Vice President, the Tinubu campaign and the APC leadership systematically excluded them from their campaign because they know that including them, they will say the truth to Nigerians. So they shut them out completely. For the first time in Nigerian history, number 2 man has not been considered worthy to be part of the campaign process of his own party. I mean, number 2 man of the country, who is supposed to be the deputy de facto leader of the party after the president. But they edged him out. You have a senior member of the party from Adamawa State, talk of Lawal Babachir, edged out. Even the SGF is a Christian, simply because he has been saying that, look, Muslim ticket is an aberration to what Nigeria stands for and our founding fathers. He was also kicked out. The former Speaker of the House of Representatives, a person of Dogara, Yakubu Dogara, from Babachir State, a senior member of the APC as well, standing against Muslim peer, was also edged out. So the part of APC is to see that people that mean well for the country are not even brought closer to the leadership decision-making of their party and, of course, their government that they currently will lose in 2023.
Definitely. They will lose it woefully because I'm just looking at everything. Like, don't you get embarrassed? Like, how can you keep doing these things? And people keep catching you in the middle of these things and they will call you out. And you're still doing it like we're babies and we don't understand what's going on or something. It will be very, very, like, I'm still trying to understand who in their right senses would actually support this APC government at this point in time.
Nobody supporting them. They are the ones supporting themselves.
I don't know. It's
nobody,
just something else.
I'm not aware of any Nigerian.
Because if they can do something like this when they're not even in power, imagine the kind of things they can do when they're in power.
You see,
like this one that they're showing us now is small thing. Just wait. Look at the extent that a candidate is going. This one that we are seeing is small thing. God forbid that they take this seat again. All right, guys. So still on the APC matter, our president, Muhammadu Buhari, released a statement saying that the fight for corruption is no longer a choice, but now a necessity. And it has stirred a lot of commotion on the internet. Like, somebody was like, wait, though. So what he has been doing for 7 years is what? So I'm just going to read it out. So Facebook user, Makanjola Oyedele, he said, so all he has been doing in the last 7 years were mere formalities. And then another Facebook user, Good Luck Owigo, he said, okay, this one is very brutal, but I'm going to read it out. He says, shame on you, Oga. So finally, this is the best you can offer as a president. What a mess on you. And then he goes on to say, if God no punish you and your generation, make I know why. This person must be very, very... So there must be something... This
is a Malian.
This is very, very serious.
Anyway, you see, before Buhari assumed office, he was shouting, I will fight corruption. I will fight corruption. I will fight insecurity. But the government of PDP, led by Goodluck Jonathan, then was fighting corruption. We introduced the Treasury single account to ensure in Goodluck words. Let me use what Goodluck do or call a yam and goat theory. He said, look, when you put a goat and yam together, there is tendency for the goat to eat the yam. Now, if you send the goat to jail or you kill the goat, you bring another goat, it will also may be tempted to also eat the yam. But the best thing to do is separate the goat from the yam. Let the goat don't have access to the yam, and the whole thing will be solved. See, Goodluck is what we call fighting corruption using the institutions. He brought Treasury single account where all government revenues will be paid into a single account and will be disbursed from that single account. So that means, unlike in the past, where every minister and parastatal operate their own account and they loot money, they're not accountable. He did that to ensure that that is addressed. That is one. He also brought what we call BVN, bank verification number, that every Nigerian should own a BVN. So the idea of when one person will open 10 accounts, a ministry will open 10 accounts, a DG 10 accounts in different names. Understand? So he did that to address that. With the BVN, it is impossible for me now to open another account.
That's still one of the best innovations in this country.
So it is still any account I open in another bank, it will still be in my name, and my BVN will reflect. So there is no way I can use another BVN or another name without it being traced to me.
Yes.
Understand? So institutional ways of fighting corruption. When Babachir was there, Babachir Atiku, they create institutions to ensure that people who are fond of tapping from the public purse are brought to book. The EFCC was a brilliant brainchild of Atiku Abubakar. Bill for public enterprise was created. Atiku Abubakar nominated Malam Nasser El-Rufai to be the pioneer DG, and it addressed the issue of contract splitting in the federal government and the public sector. You see, the PDP government used institutions to fight corruption. And now I'm saying this to lay a foundation to my conversation. Buhari came, I will fight corruption. In 2015, he became the president, May 29, 2015. The first thing he did was to hound PDP members. When he said that you're a leader of PDP, he sent the FCC after you to blackmail you. He said that you denounce PDP and join the party and be forgiven, or they will send you to prison unjustly. They do a called media trial, whereby the EFCC, led by Magu, the disgraced Magu, he will go on media. He is the prosecutor, he is the jury, he is the judge, and he is the executioner. He will tell the people that, look, we've called this man, so, this thing. Next, he will say the man is corrupt. Next, he will use his own mouth to convict the person. And they've not been fighting corruption in the reasons of it. They've been fighting PDP members because they know that they're not ready to lead and they are afraid of a resurgence PDP in 2019. They successfully blackmailed a lot of PDP members into joining them, which of course those members are regretting.
Obviously.
And they are regretting. Some of them are coming back. Some of them are praying for PDP to win, for them to return. Now, what is happening? 7 years plus, Buhari now remember, oh, it's true. We need to fight corruption. When you have how many months to the end of your tenure?
Oh, guys,
you are not fought corruption. But so it is.
It's okay, Oga. Just don't worry. Just don't worry. We'll fight it by ourselves. We have been surviving all these years. We can do another few months.
If you want to fight corruption, let him start for the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. When he starts from there, he should move to Issa Pantami. Then from there, he should move to Rotimi Amechi. Then after that, he should now move to Abubakar Malami, the Attorney General of the Federation. When he's done with members of his cabinet, he should now move to the DGs of parastatals, and after that, he should move to the APC states. That's how we know that they are really fighting corruption.
It's going to be so much fun to watch, but it's already too
And
late for all these
before
ones.
then, you should tell us how his son was able to acquire a bike of 50 million naira when he had no job. I mean, Yusuf Buhari, I was able to acquire a bike of 20 or 50 million naira when he had no job or no known business is traced to him. So we should start from there, not fighting corruption with lips. We are tired of all those pranks. I will fight corruption. Next thing, you will start hounding
You
people.
You can already see how infuriated Nigerians are.
Of course.
Like, you can see the way they are reacting to this speech. Like, Oga, what have you been doing since? It's just formality.
And most Nigerians will say, under PDP corruption, things are going fine. Under APC non-corruption, things are not going fine. Then this thing. So it is.
Anyway, it's sadly we have to, call it a day. It's been a very lovely time with you all, and don't forget to like, subscribe, drop your comments, and please share this program to your friends and families. And it's your favorite host, Sarah, signing out now. Catch us same time tomorrow.
Well, viewers, friends, Gen Z guys, please make sure you tell at least one new person about Atiku Abubakar today. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow, same time, same station.
Growing up as a little boy, we were told every day that we were the leaders of tomorrow. Good roads, stable power supply, good education, job opportunities, political inclusion, better health care, reduction of the cost of living were some of the things we were promised in tomorrow. We were so excited about the hope we had been fed with about tomorrow. But days went by, years went by, and tomorrow never came. Turned out there was never really a plan for tomorrow. It was all a lie to keep us in their mental slavery. Because with each day that goes by, I see my country being stripped of her glory. But we know better now. We are more aware now. It is time to take our country back from these hijackers who keep recycling themselves. If this tomorrow must come, we will have to create it ourselves. But this time, with someone we can trust. Someone who understands our pain. And so I call on every Nigerian youth. Come 2023, come out and vote. Because our vote is our power. When you vote, vote for a man we can trust. Vote for a breath of fresh air. Vote Atiku Abubakar for president.